Well, here we are once again.
We're back. And we killed one of the bosses last time?
Yep.
Yay.
So I left in me fucking up leaving
Horror
the bar
Garden
menu once again because Horror Garden opened up.
They can't even spell horror right. I know, it isn't it. Yes, I know it's not actually meant to be horror, but I don't care.
That's probably what they're going for with this type of game.
Ranks, we've been rank 6 for a while. Nothing to be proud of. Okay. Just
So,
get it? Yeah, sorry.
Once again, well, I say once again, but it's immediately making us go back and fight a upgraded Minotauros.
Again? Has that furry guy always been there?
Which one?
The Fox
one
Ninja
I'm over
dude?
or the one down below?
Oh, the Fox Ninja down below. But I didn't realize there was a second one as well. Jeez.
Yeah, everyone's talking about the Dark Knight, but yeah, we're having to fight Minotauros again immediately. This is a good view into the end game of this game.
How exciting.
Very.
Oh, jeez.
So, I have been playing Smash a lot recently.
Oh yeah? How is it?
Well, I've been playing a lot of single player because I hate people, so
Fair
I
enough.
like playing online.
Fair enough.
Also, I don't want to get my ass kicked by kids.
Oh.
But, man, the AI is some cheating ass bullshit.
I mean, like, I hear that Switch voice chat is terrible, so at least you don't have to hear them talk about your mom all day.
Oh, yeah. Or hear their mom yelling at them all day.
Oh, God, yeah.
But, man, like, there's this thing called, like, perfect shielding, where, like, you shield and release the shield as soon as you get hit.
Right?
AI does that shit all the time.
Oh, the AI.
Yeah, the AI.
Oof.
You'll run up to them and they read your inputs like crazy. I almost feel like Darkside Phil going, "Oh, come on, the fucking game is bullshit. Perfect blocking, but Jesus Christ, dude. I've never been so fucking frustrated." Besides that,
I've never actually played Smash before.
wow, look at this guy.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with consoles. I was mostly a PC gamer when I was growing up.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the time I got into adulthood, I kept on being a PC gamer. I've only recently become I haven't become a console gamer. I've got consoles now, but I still don't have one that can play Smash other than the 3DS.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, don't really play Smash. And also, I haven't played most of the games that Smash references, so there's that as well.
Oh, we missed Mastermind accepting their love for their grandma. So don't forget, viewers, call your grandma. Say you love her.
God bless. God bless.
Unless you're me and both your grandmas are dead.
Oof.
Damn,
Well,
what sad song should I play over that?
something play Despacito.
So these scenes are like Mastermind before their game went down or something like that. So now we're getting like the motivation of the character.
Oh.
It's like they could have done this beforehand.
But nope, they're just gonna push all development until now.
Oh, just you wait.
Are this person's scenes literally all about her getting food from her grandma? Is that literally it?
Most of it is, yeah. Most of it is grandma presenting them with food, which makes grandma the best character. She is the most pure character in the game. All she wants to do is feed people and clean up after them.
That's fair enough.
Let me tell you, as a single man, I wouldn't mind one of those.
What, a grandma?
Yes. Because I don't have mine, they're both dead.
Oh dear. Well, I say, okay, yeah, fair enough. She's one of the best characters, but she doesn't have a portrait, so
Right, yeah.
she's out of the running.
It's like, how could you make these scenes even more boring? Let's have characters that are just silhouettes.
Do they ever not be silhouettes?
No.
Oh, right.
We will never see how Grandma looks or how Mastermind looks. Thank God, though, we're finally over with that for now.
Thank the Lord. But I do see that we have a Ver thing, so that's exciting.
Will it be more tea or will it be sexual abuse? I can't believe that's a thing.
I think we're gonna have to take the gamble. And speaking of gambling, do you want me to talk about the anime I've been recently watching?
Okay, but first I want to make the obvious joke about Uni digging in her sister's costume closet and putting on her clothes. I don't think I need to finish that.
Probably not.
Given that this is the girl who was really into looking like she was going to kiss her own sister.
Oh dear.
But she does cosplay as an Admiral character. Once
She
again,
doesn't-
is this
Is
something
that
relating
supposed to be an Admiral outfit?
No, not what she's wearing now, but the outfit
right.
she tried on was an Admiral outfit.
Huh. I have a feeling that's not referencing Azure Lane because I think the collab came out after this game came out. But still, that's a bit creepy. All things considered.
Definitely. So as you were saying.
Oh yes, I was watching a gambling anime on Netflix called Kakaguri, which I think translates to something like compulsive gambler. And
wow.
it's basically it's one of those high school like one of those unrealistic high school animes, right? And it's basically a high school where everyone's social status is determined by insanely high stakes gambling, like because everyone's like the kids of like the hyper elites of Japan. It's like they're throwing around like millions of yen for every game and shit like that. So, and it's like they have to pay in money to the student council every so often to like maintain their social status and shit. So they need to be like filthy fucking rich and really good at gambling to keep up, right?
Yeah.
And it's basically the horniest anime I've ever watched, despite no one ever really taking their clothes off. Because these characters are horny for gambling, and it is fucking insane. It's a really entertaining watch, but holy cow, do not watch it in public because the main character is this girl who's just like in it for the gambling. Like she doesn't fucking care if she wins or loses, cause whatever. She just likes to gamble, and it starts like the first couple episodes are like the usual like, this is the new girl, so we're gonna like try and cheat her and shit like that. Oh, storm.
Oh man, some extreme fishing going on. She's fishing up the Guardian.
This reminds me of Final Fantasy 15 fishing, which is actually quite fun. I quite enjoy that part of the game.
Yeah?
Yeah? Oh dear Lord,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a fish.
That thing was horrifying. Big
But yeah.
buff ass fish.
Final Fantasy 15 fishing is actually one of the more fun parts of the game, funnily enough. Like, it's got its own VR spin-off, come on.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's basically like you're fishing and your buds just commentate whilst you're fishing, so it's actually pretty funny.
I say, I've done like, it's funny because I explicitly went out and bought the Final Fantasy 15 version of the PlayStation 4, but I didn't really play much of Final Fantasy 15. I'm not too sure why.
I haven't got very far into it, and it's been a while since I last played it, so I'll be really shit at it again if I did go back to it. I don't know if I want to restart or not because I have gone pretty far. Oh god.
Christ.
Good lord.
Oh my god, look at this horrifying fucking thing.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so that anime we're talking about, I wanted to say it sounds a lot like a perfect metaphor for
capitalism,
microtransactions, or loot boxes.
Well,
like I spend all this money so I can get this one specific item, and then I will be popular in this circle of gamers.
It's not even really that. It's more an allegory for capitalism more than any like hyper capitalism, because it's like it's not that they have to get specific items. It's just that they have to be really filthy fucking rich.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's stuff like, oh, I'm gonna like I've run out of cash, but I can still bet my life because like if you go into debt with the student council, then they'll like draft up a life plan for you, and it's like if you don't pay up, you're gonna have to do all this shit for the rest of your life. It's like, whoa, high stakes shit. Hey, more tea.
And it's more tea time.
And yeah, like I said, these girls, because most of the main characters are girls, these girls and villains, they're all insanely horny for gambling, and it's shit like there's loads of splooshing sounds and like wet graphics and shit like that, and it's just like, my god, this is very suggestive. It's not explicit in any way, but it's very suggestive. Oh, and also one girl just like she just really likes she's just like a massive masochist, so she like plays Russian roulette with the NC, like it's like a weird modified version of Russian roulette, and like the main character, she actually doesn't like this because she's like the masochist girl's actually like trying to rig it to lose, and she doesn't.
Right.
And obviously MC doesn't like rigging of any kind. Like, she doesn't want to win too easily, she doesn't want to lose too easily, she just wants to gamble. So it's like, it's got weird shit to say, but it's got shit to say, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And it says it in a very, very weird way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a good watch.
Back to Minotauros 2.0.
How exciting.
He's just Minotauros, but with more HP.
He's got a big butt.
Because
so
that's all I'm saying. Why I left this in is oh, never mind, that part didn't happen. Oh god, which video are we on?
Oh, is it this again?
So, doing that mission though gets us this here diary, and it lets us see even more scenes. Aren't you excited?
Oh boy, who's gonna have a scene now? Oh, I thought you meant like a proper CG scene or something like that.
Oh no, just the usual 2D. I guess I'll just spoil it. There's exactly one more CG cutscene in this entire game.
Oh boy,
like in-game cutscene.
Is it at the very end?
Maybe.
Oh, how exciting! Can't wait.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
But. Yeah, so I just want to finish off my Smash theme by saying I am intensely disappointed that Neptune was not confirmed for Smash.
She might be. I mean, Joker's in Smash now, so... Joker from Persona 5, not...
And I am extremely disappointed that Joker isn't the one from Batman.
I had a feeling you were going to say something like that, but... No. I feel as though Batman Joker might be a bit tonally off, unless he's like one of the campier, old-school Jokers rather than new Jared Leto Joker.
New, edgy Joker.
Don't even talk about that.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean... They put in that one thing with Paz Spirit starting with a fucking bomb equipped. That's
That means something. I don't know what it means.
Oh, well, may I recommend watching my Metal Gear Solid 5 Let's Play. All fucking like 80 videos of it.
Oh.
Don't watch that Chip Cheesums one. He left us.
Maybe if I ever find the time, because I'm busy watching anime these days, as you know. I've been...
What a nerd.
I've been... Okay, which is worse? Watching anime that at least has some artistic value, or watching someone else play a video game instead of me?
Touché.
Although here I am commentating on someone playing a video game instead of me.
but so... Okay, so the thing is, in Ground Zeroes, you rescue Paz, and the thing is, she has a bomb in her stomach, so they do surgery to cut her stomach open, pull the bomb out, throw it out. Thing is, she had a second bomb inside of her, in a certain part of her body.
Ah, I see. Wow.
So having her spirit start you off with a bomb is kind of like, oh wow, they really just went there.
That sounds like a lot of bombs in one girl, and that's not good.
Yeah.
I assume she dies.
Yes.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Wow. Hardcore. This is how you know it's a game for adults.
Right? But besides that, the other funny ass thing that I thought was in Smash was how Cloud. They have every character, including Cloud.
Yep.
But you find Cloud, where he is. He's in a Zelda-dominated zone, right in front of picking up the Master Sword. That's where you unlock Cloud.
That's actually pretty funny, I think.
It's like, man, there's some bad blood between. I'm surprised Cloud is even in the game, considering how little Final Fantasy stuff is in Smash.
There's variations for every character, right? So what variations does Cloud have? Is it just like other Final Fantasy Pro tags, or what?
So, are you talking about like his different looks? Like their colors or something, or their alternate costumes?
I assume so. I don't know how this stuff works in Smash.
I would say in Smash, Cloud, he does have different suits. Like he has his regular suit, then he has his the one from the movie.
Right.
Or what I call the generic Final Fantasy, generic Kingdom Hearts protagonist look, where it's just all black. Because that's what Kingdom Hearts does. It takes Final Fantasy characters and puts them in a black outfit.
I mean, same thing with Disney characters, I think.
Oh, right, yeah. That was the thing for Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like, what if character but in black clothes?
I do own, what's it? I do own the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 collection, but I haven't touched it all because A, I've got enough JRPGs on my plate on top of everything else in my life, and B, I just really don't want to get into the lore because I've seen a summary of the lore and I'm just like, what the fucking Christ.
My favorite thing about Kingdom Hearts is watching other people's LPs and just seeing them go like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oh, meet the Dark Knight.
Oh, he looks like a cool guy that you can bring over for tea.
He looks like my Final Fantasy 14 character.
What, do you have the angel? Do you buy the Devil Wings outfit from the Mog Station like every other edgelord out there?
Yeah. Oh, and he kept attacking Nepgear, so I'm having to play as her just to get him to stop beating on her all the time.
I forget. Are there even any aggro rules in this game?
I don't think so, but for whatever reason, I have to think it's intentional. They intentionally go after a mage character because they can bring down the break bar faster. And that's me being generous and assuming this game actually has a coded AI.
Yep. it might just be a roll dice attack.
A sheer fluke that's happened multiple times.
Maybe the RNG's just that bad.
Oh, me and our RNG, we go way back. It consists of me going, fuck you, over and over again.
That reminds me, later on after this, I need to go do some farming in 14 because I want a certain armor piece for Glamour. But, hey, we beat him. But yeah, I just want a certain armor piece for Glamour, and it's in one of the dungeons that we're not guaranteed a drop after clearing it. So I need to go in there and farm like crazy and pray.
That's always great.
Luckily,
it happened again. Where it was playing celebratory music, and then the awakening went off, and now it's playing the dungeon music again.
That's pretty hilarious. But yeah, luckily it's a healer piece, so there's no competition for it at the very least.
Oh, nice.
But it does mean I have to heal, idiots.
Oh, looks like the Dark Knight wasn't a bad guy after all. In fact, both of these guys are supposedly not actual bad guys.
Nani?
They're just corrupted.
Nani?
But the Dark Knight decides he's just gonna blow himself up. So
corruption?
Alright.
Did Chris Metzen write this game?
I was gonna say corruption. What is this? Warhammer or World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft. I mean, Warhammer has its own fair share of corruption, but it's not like a ridiculous meme like, what's it? Warcraft.
Grimdark.
I mean, Warcraft isn't really grimdark at this point. It's just like it's just like trying too hard. If it was.
Say, which one of those two was it who tried to copyright Grimdark?
That would be Warhammer tried to
yeah.
copyright a lot of things. Warhammer tried to copyright Space Marines, which it can't. It tried to copyright Eldar, which it can't because that's the term from Tolkien. It tried to copyright a lot of things, which is why they changed every single one of their paint names to something with a copyrightable name, just because they couldn't copyright them first. Oh yeah, they also renamed their orcs to like Oruks or something like that because they can copyright that, but they can't copyright orcs.
Bunch of jackasses.
And then they renamed. So my favorite like fantasy faction was called Lizardmen, and then like in their big like lore shakeup thing, they turned into some like weird angelic versions of angels, and they're called Seraphon now. It's like, why? You could have just... They're still Lizardmen, man. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I mean, they still look cool, so that's all that matters, right? They're just huge Lizardmen.
So, the scene we got here is more stuff for Minotauros now. Now we see Minotauros' background. And I just like to note, so my original playthrough, I just skipped over this. I was like, okay, let's... I'm just gonna save it for the next batch, and I'll play ahead a bit. Except that this scene then vanished, so I had to reload and come back to get this stuff. Never let it be said I don't give my LPs 100%.
Effort. Oh, so what? This guy's originally a kind-hearted...
Yeah, he's a kind-hearted beast that is just oppressed by racist humans who thinks he's a monster.
I mean, he is, but...
Wow.
Oh, that reminds me of a... Fuck it, I'll talk about a second anime because I got nothing else to talk about right now. So there's another anime that I recently watched, and I watched it right before the gambling one, so it was a really weird tone shift in what I've been watching. So this is called My Love Story, and it's one of the fluffiest... Very funny. No, that's hurtful, but I will go on.
I'm sorry.
It's a romance series, and it's about this guy he's basically looks like a side character from like a typical romance series. He's like this huge, like, Mongo football player build sort of guy, while his best friend's like the classic bishy, like good-looking guy, and it's all about the big guy, and it's like, and he helped save this girl from something on a train. At like, she's like a regular like girly romance series main girl, and she falls in love with him. But like at the start of the series, he thinks that she actually loves his friend because like, oh, like all the girls that I like actually like my best friend. So it's like, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna help her out with this, and he tries to play wingman between the two, even though like she likes him, and then he, like, his friend knows that she likes him, and it's just like, and he's trying to wingman them back, and it's pretty funny. And like eventually, like, he's like, oh yeah, they actually like each other, and they actually start going out by like the third episode, which is like, holy shit, they're actually a couple by the third episode of a romance series. Like, holy cow, this is amazing. And it just goes on from there. And this just reminds me of it because it's like, he's just like this huge guy, and everyone thinks he's like, oh dear.
Rest in peace, he just got shot by an arrow.
R.I.P.
All he wanted to do was be kind to the kid.
Tragedy. But yeah, like, everyone thinks this guy's like this massive, like, mean jock, but he's actually like super cool and shit like that, so. That just reminded me of him. Except slightly more monstery, I guess. Although he does do shit like catch steel girders from falling from people and not die. So maybe he is a monster of his own format. What the hell is this?
Oh, hey, we finally see the big bad boss.
He's a bit freaky.
Hey, Jester, man, I think this guy would have been a better Joker in Smash.
Don't even joke about that, man.
He seems to be loving this shit though, which makes me wish we see more of him instead of, you know, the past 20 hours.
Oh god.
I have my own anime story, and by anime I mean one episode of an anime.
Go on.
Have you heard of Duel Monsters or Duel Masters? I think it was Duel Masters.
As in, is that the Yu-Gi-Oh-ish one? Or?
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, go on.
And when they dubbed it, it's like a complete gag dub.
Oh, one of those. Yes. Do go on.
And there's this one episode, I remember seeing it years ago, at like 5, 6 in the morning, because it was in the graveyard slot.
Right.
And they have this thing where like the bad guys are like talking about the cable man and how they're stealing cable and stuff, and it always stuck in my head for some reason. And I kept trying to find it, and YouTube completely failed me on this, which disappoints me. I ended up finally finding this clip, or the whole episode, on some random. I'm probably under the watchful eye of the Russian mafia files and all that stuff. But I finally found it.
Right.
And I'm like, thank God I found it, because I thought I was going fucking nuts and I invented this. And it's great because there's like a duel going on, and one of the guys was cheating using cameras. They break all the cameras.
Wow.
And the boss is like, hey, why don't we just call the cable guy in to fix it? And his underlings goes, well, about that, boss, we've been stealing cable, so we'll get fined if we call the cable guy. And he sees that, and he goes,
what the hell?
Stealing cable? Man, we really are evil.
Wow.
And later on, the boss walks by another underling, and the guy's like, hey, why haven't called the cable guy? And he goes, well, it turns out we've been stealing cable. And the underling just stops and goes, man, we really are evil.
I haven't had
cable. At the very end,
yeah, go on.
The boss just goes, you know what? Fuck. Well, no, it doesn't say that, but he goes, you know what? Call the cable guy. If he tries to find us, I'll like threaten him or something. And the underling's like, well, about that, boss, you have a meeting in 5 minutes to stare menacingly in a dark room. And if you're not here when the cable man shows up, he's just gonna leave a note on the door and leave. And the boss just goes, man, the cable guy's an evil genius. We need to hire him or something like that.
Wow.
I'm so glad I found that, because it stuck with me for like 10 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. Like, this is so stupid, I love it.
I don't think I've had cable since 10 years ago.
Oh, man. I remember when cable was first announced, it was way back in the 80s, and I wasn't there, but...
Right.
I remember when it still wasn't as big as it was, and it was still like something only like somewhat well-off people got.
Yeah.
That shit was whack.
I still remember, because I didn't have cable in primary school, so everyone was talking about High School Musical, but I've never watched it, so I had nothing to talk about, man. I have eventually watched it. I've seen High School Musical 1 and 2, but I haven't seen 3. I never did get around to watching 3.
Oh, do you know, by any chance, would you happen to know what these words are? Or like, is she, I'm assuming they're Japanese words, probably. I'm not too sure if like your linguistic abilities extends to that.
Not really. I know really, really random phrases and like words just from like watching enough anime that I understand very like I remember like really random terms like ice cream and stuff like that really wouldn't help me very much in
sounds like me and my Spanish.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I understand how Tamsoft feels. There are so many new words these days, and I can't keep up. That's why I stick with all of my old words, try to keep them alive, like "what's up" and "dude" and "raw."
Are you even the right generation for that shit, or are you just saying it ironically?
Well, we'll find out next time. Later, everyone.
Ciao.